So we finally return and we got that damned king viper, or male viper, that was eluding us. It'll hang nicely on our wall once we're done with autopsying it. Well, what's left of it anyway, with Dr. Tegan's gentle care. Alloys and Anarium crystals. Not now. And let's see, why is Aresh girl not continuing her training? Oh, she's probably wounded and needs some time to recover. Let's see. Yes, she's lightly wounded. She'll get back to training in 3 days. Half tempted to put someone else through the force training in that time.
Sector 12, East Africa.
Let's make contact.
Shadow chamber now operational.
Aha!
Although I'm impressed with the strides we've made in infiltrating the alien psionic network, the depths of their technological advancement continue to leave us one step behind. However, with the enhanced decryption capabilities of this chamber, I'm confident we will find a great deal more information than we had previously hoped.
New objective added.
Oh, we can finally decode that vial that we studied and that codex
to
brain.
begin our analysis of the material recovered from the Advent Black Site, Commander. With the Shadow Chamber fully operational, we can use its advanced decryption capabilities to analyze the codex artifact recovered by our forces.
Yes, I am quite certain of that. I want to know what that file is. Oh, research? No. Let them continue work on that beautiful machine, sector part machine first. In contact with another wasteland area of Drummond cars. None of our people will be left here wallowing in the dust. We will all rise up and claim our proper imperial destiny.
New regional contacts located.
Huh, good. Might as well establish another radio tower over here.
Priority message coming through, Commander. Putting it on screen now.
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander. I hope that your ongoing efforts will only lead to further success.
Indeed. We have a fair bit of intel, since we have that torture victim. We can't allow this to happen, we need those resources. So that's probably the one we'll be stopping if we get the chance. Not for the moment. Ah! Excellent! Favius now has fire discipline. Let's see, can we train him further? No, not as a force user. We aren't going in that route. Yes. Ah, you can finally the last thing. More damage? More improvement. I think this will actually be useful since he has a fairly good hacking ability. You can give it to other people, that would be wonderful. So lead by example, kill machine Flavius. Ah, he is trained, good. Let's train another. We can use more heavies, since relying on only one is risky. Let's train you. There's another grenadier. Ah, she continued her training, very good. That's not very useful. Honestly, I might actually start training anew. Let's train this Sith fellow. Make sure we have one soldier of each. Advanced explosives. Excellent. EMP bombs. Smoke bombs. Interesting. I kinda think I want another rave suit. Shame of all the supplies we're burning through, but it's worth it. Let's make another rave suit. Good. Project. Experimental ammo is always welcome.
Sounds good, Commander. I'll let you know as soon as the project is ready for deployment.
We still have enough core, so...
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing.
Central claims to have seen one of these things up close back in the day. Despite a lot of speculation, there was no pilot to be found once we pried it open.
Well, I think we should then modify the design so I can pilot it. I want one in my garden, actually. I want to run around the forest of Carswith on those high legs. That'll be fun. Yes. When first we brought this thing in, some troops were still adamant that once we open it we'd find a sectoid or worse at the helm. Fortunately, our precautions weren't necessary. There's nothing organic inside. No operator provide physical direction unless they're triggering it remotely. All indication points at this sectopod being an entirely autonomous weapon, operating according to parameters of its system programming. Yes, so it's a droid. Massive giant war droid. This is exactly the sort of weapon that would have raised eyebrows in the past. I know Dad would have been apprehensive about arming a robot and sending it on its way. It's pretty clear at this point the aliens aren't bound by any moral or ethical obligations. It's efficient and destructive. They seem to have no problem setting it loose on us. Well, I wouldn't either. Maybe a little bit. Right, let's autopsy this Viper King.
Although it had been years since I conducted my last autopsy, I found the process returned to me quite naturally. This subject was perhaps less intimidating because of its similarities to varying reptile species found naturally on Earth. Because of extensive cytogenetic modifications to the subject's chromosomes, this could very well be the only male variant in the entire species.
I don't know who that voice is, but she sounds lovely.
While most of my involvement in the chip development process was on the theoretical side, I can't help but feel some degree of responsibility for the final product as we see it in use today. When intently focused on a singular aspect of a project, in my case, countering the body's rejection of the implanted chip, sometimes it's easy to avoid seeing the bigger picture. To this day, I still ask myself...
Yes, long as a history, but we have work to do. Excellent. So now I think we need to pick up our supplies. Supply drop.
Avenger plotting new course.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander. Despite an extensive study of Dr. Valen's research reports, I have yet to discover how she came to acquire such an impressive understanding of the processes involved in the editing and manipulation of alien genetic material.
Dr. Valen. We should recruit that person. Sounds smart. And quite sexy, if I'm honest. Accents do have an enticing effect on a person. Anyway, having carefully studied what remains of Dr. Fallen's personal research report, I have slowly come to understand the depths of her intellectual curiosity, and the degree to which she was consumed by her ambition. By reversing key changes to the Viper's genetic structure, traits intentionally suppressed by the aliens, she created this subject Gamma, the Viper King, as it were. The idea of a Viper Patriarch is in itself intriguing, considering there has been no previous sighting of any male members of the species. Fallen theorized this may have been an intentional form of population control, the elders having restricted their subordinate species' ability to breed. That's cruel. Having seen the apparent nesting site created by Gamma and the discovery of the egg clutches, none of which were left valuable for sampling, I can say that with some confidence that the creature did immediately set out upon pursuing its natural instinct that has long since been restrained by genetic tempering. As of yet, I have no explanation on how Viper venom glands were affected in ways to change their form and function so dramatically. Further studies will be necessary, but I promise to allow some of Gamma's remains to be utilized in a new conceptual armor design. Dr. Tegan. That looks impressive. Serpent suit. Well, we don't have research now, so let's begin on that black site research. Now that we don't have any interesting research to focus on. Yes. Find out what that file is. Now I am curious what's this item is we can make. Hell, even no, that's not it. I guess we just have it, or maybe it's in the proving
ground. A lot of
ground.
time repairing the ship's systems if we had any idea how to translate their language.
Ah, yes.
Unfortunately, we don't come across many linguists out here.
I guess we'll have to wait until experimental ammo is done in 2 days, and then we will begin trying to make one of those serpent suits. Because I'm very interested in that. Never seen such a design. Right, we have supplies. Excellent. And let's make contact with this last area.
Setting course for
Over in that
South
continent.
Africa. Attempting to establish local regional contact.
Excellent. Now we have 2 Grenadier trainees. Ah, and you have become the path of the Force Sensitive. Well done, my apprentice. Insanity! That sounds something to study. Or Fortress. Let's study Fortress. That's the way of the Juggernaut, just like me. Dragon rounds! Combustible miniature. Dragon now do bonus damage to all targets. We can even set some people alight. Oh, that sounds amazing. Now, let's build us one of those. And we can finish it instantly. A serpent suit. Second on lightweight and exceptional durable skills of the Viper King, the Serpent Suit greatly enhances our soldiers' reflexes and speed. It also features a grappling mechanism infused with the fighter's rigid venom. Aha! Which can be used to pull enemies out of cover and freeze them in place. I guess we can only make one of those. An experimental powered weapon, maybe? I also just like more ammo. Let's make
We'll
one
get
of
started
these.
right away, Commander. I'll send word when the project
See
is
what
complete.
experiments we can come up with.
Can't believe it's come to this.
I truly hope those gruesome images are the worst of what we find today.
They're slaughtering us, Doctor. What could be worse?
We're about to find out. I've patched the shadow chamber directly into the ship's computer.
They could change our flag, that would be worse.
Recovered non-stop since our return, cataloging sequences.
Genetic sequences in near infinite combinations, yet all bearing similar genetic markers. Human markers.
There must be thousands of them.
Well,
Tens
Sakul
of
is obsessed
and the
with
procedure is still nowhere
anti-alien
near complete.
propaganda.
Which is why we need the ship's computer to find
I've been
out
to
where they
Sakul, there's not an alien to be found
cross-referencing
there.
them with the data we've managed to hack from the Advent network.
Bunch of species they are.
An admission file from one of the gene therapy clinics.
Avatar. Just what exactly is in that vial?
In my worst nightmares, I would never have imagined.
Doctor.
I believe we have found the missing civilians.
That's impossible.
That's very compact.
Millions of people just looking for help.
Medically screened and selected. Suitable candidates taken to that contemptible facility to be processed, refined into the material we now possess.
But why do this?
I could not begin to fathom a guess at this point. There exists no research that would ever warrant this.
Couldn't it just
Genocide, Doctor.
process pieces of people rather than the whole people?
We may not know what they're doing with this
Ah,
stuff,
typical
but I think I can
cruelty
find out
of
where
the
it's
Sakul
from.
demons.
Got it. It's a high-security production facility. Standard defensive complement.
Then I strongly suggest we pay them a visit, Commander.
Agreed. The information we gain could prove invaluable towards stopping the aliens' true agenda.
Plus, there is the fun of blowing up their research facilities.
It looks like we've got our work cut out for us, Commander.
Yes, so we know what this is. Processed people. Maybe you're trying to find out some genetic trait to make people force sensitive. Wouldn't be surprised if that. It has been a what's the word? Ambition among the Sith for many ages to find a way to just make people force sensitive rather than be born with it.
We've made initial contact with the Resistance operatives working in this area, Commander. They're going to show us how to get into the
Yeah,
alien
not
force
yet.
facility.
Commander, we've had the shadow chamber running the numbers. These are the tactical projections for our next field operation.
Ah, so now with this shadow chain we can also see what's coming. 12 troopers. That's actually not that bad. Let's first though finish what we were doing here. It's another contact with one of the wastelands. Look at these disheveled people. They should be living in glorious cities, not in shacks and ruins. Armed to the teeth. We had extra upgrade slots. Excellent. I wonder how our squads are doing. If they are in full strength. I think they are. 7 days. I think it's time we try our hands at another strike against that base. It's 12 soldiers, that's doable. No, they do have one sector part. So, let's launch the mission.
Setting course for Sector 4, Chile.
A pity Flavius is still in training. But Kanan can take over. I'll also take him. And we'll need a healer, so Chlorine, you're up. I'll also take Reshkigal. It's our best force user at the moment. And I think we'll take Obi-Wan and our new soldier, one who I've long been wanting to recruit, Miwano. I want the strongest of Ratatak. I wanted to actually nickname her Mew Mew for a code name, but then she punched me. It was very painful. Let's also give her our new snake suits. She's the type that likes wearing old animal hides.
I'm not entirely sure how much of this armor is new material and how much of it Tygan cut right out of the Viper itself. We haven't exactly tested it either, so good luck out there.
Well, I do want to change the coloring a bit. I mean, this is not exactly like camouflage. Let's see, how much is that actually? +1 mobility and +1 look and a lot of dodge. And if I do a normal one... no, this is much better. Yeah, she'll still have fine, primitive looking armor. Wonder if we can paint this. Yes, for God's sake, make it another color. Maybe a dark green or brown? I think this is good. And maybe a bit of a grayer scale. Yeah, this looks fine. Should we have... Obi-Wan, yes! I want you to have a new nice Wraith suit. And red grenades, aim is 19. There. You have a very high aim. Dragon round for you. And of course you need medkits. Actually, why don't you have the make utility items available? Yes. You actually need the Skulljack. In case we do run into soldiers. Reshkigal, you can have these nice dragon rounds. And to make our survival certain, let's give her a medkit. Right! We launch! We strike again against our enemy! They commit crimes against humanity? Well, then we should not be restricted towards any means necessary towards exterminating those bastards.
As far as we can tell, this forge is some sort of alien production facility, most likely tied to that stuff we found at the Black Site. Advent and the alien forces won't be happy to see us, so expect heavy resistance. We have to do whatever it takes to find out what's going on in there.
And whatever it takes to blow them to bits. Vengeance will be ours! Couldn't we do this at night? It seems safer.
The
Well,
facility is in range. Move to investigate. Our position is concealed.
Well, we will launch the attack for the next time.